Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nilafana Zida. This time I will present my semester final project. The first introduction. The village of Kolokolo is located in the Kangyang Island, Sumeneb Regency, East Java with primary access via sea roads. Geographically, this village has hilly coastal characteristic with a community that relies on the fishing sector and dryland agriculture. Socially, the majority of the population is from the Madura tribe, who uphold traditional customs, mutual cooperation, and the Tanya Lancang settlement pattern. The economy of Kolokolo village, Kangyang Island, is dominated by the fisheries sector, is the main livelihood with marine products such as fish and squid. In addition, some of the community also relies on small trade and livestock farming such as cattle and goats. Second, the main discussion covering five themes. The first theme is social groups and social dynamics. Social group and social dynamics in Kolo Kolo village, Kanyan Island reflect a way of life that is heavily influenced by tradition, local culture, and geographical condition is an island region. The social life of the community that is dominated by close kinship ties, where extended families often form the core of the social structure. In daily life, the community forms groups based on economic activities, religion, or traditional activities. However, the social dynamics in Kolo Kolo village are not free from the influence of modernization. With the increasing access to technology and information, especially through social media, the community has begun to adopt modern mindsets and lifestyle. This often brings challenge in maintaining the balance between local tradition and the change of the times. The second theme is social stratification and social mobility. The phenomenon of social stratification in Kolo Kolo village, Kangen Island, is reflected in the differences in status evident from the division of society based on resource ownership, traditional roles, and education levels. Groups with large landholdings, traditional leaders, or jobs outside the village have a higher social status. Social mobility in this village is generally influenced by education and migration. Those who succeeded in working outside the island or obtaining higher education tend to rise in status. Conversely, economic failure can lower a person's social status. Access to this stage is limited for communities with low resources. This indicates the presence of mobility opportunity. The third theme is cultural ecology and community adaptation. The people of Kolo Kolo village in the Kanyan Island are beginning to adapt to modernization while still maintaining their connection with nature. As a coastal area, they utilize simple technology such as boat engines and modern fishing gear to increase productivity, while still adhering to tradition like the division of fishing zones to avoid damaging the ecosystem. Modernization also brings new challenges, such as overfishing and the impact of climate change affecting catch yields. The fourth theme is gender and development issues. In Kolo Kolo village, Kangen Island, gender issues are evident in the disparity of roles between men and women, influenced by cultural norms and limited access to development. Men dominate the economic sector, while women are limited to domestic roles with few opportunities to engage in productive activities. Development in Kolo Kolo village, Kangen Island, is still limited to a small scale and often uneven. The unstructured development pattern and the lack of active community involvement have become one of the main obstacles in addressing social and gender inequality in this area. The last theme is social change and development. The social phenomenon in Kolo Kolo village, Kangen Island, related to social change and development can be seen from the dynamics of its society, which is beginning to adapt to modernization and infrastructure development. One striking aspect is the shift in the community's life from a traditional agrarian and fishing based system toward economic diversification, such as the development of micro, small, and medium enterprises and local tourism. Furthermore, the social change also affect community relationships, where close traditional social interaction are beginning to be replaced by individualism due to economic pressures and modernization. Nevertheless, the values of mutual cooperation and familial bonds remain quite strong, especially in the management of natural resources and the implementation of local cultural tradition. Next is relevant sociological theory. One for social groups and social dynamics, relevant to the structural functionalism theory of Parson and Durkheim. Two for social stratification and social mobility, relevant to Max Weber's theory of social stratification. 3. For cultural ecology and community adaptation, relevant to Talcott Parsons' structural functionalism theory. 4 is for gender and development issues, relevant to Parsons' structural functionalism theory. 5 is for social change and development, relevant to Talcott Parsons' theory of adaptation. Next, there are several documentation, including gotong royong, UMKM, and kerapan kerbau culture. Next, influence on community life. The social dynamics in Kolo-Kolo village influence mindset, social status, and community relation. Modernization increases productivity but challenges tradition, while gender inequality and access to development remain obstacles, and mutual cooperation remains strong even as individualism begins to emerge. And the last part is the conclusion, which contain my suggestion and recommendation. Kolo Kolo Village need to strengthen education, empower women through training, and utilize environmentally friendly technology to support productivity. Economic diversification throughout micro, small, and medium enterprises and culture-based tourism should be encouraged, supported by infrastructure improvements such as roads and internet access, and local tradition needs to be preserved through integration into modernization programs. And collaboration between the government, society, and the private sector is necessary for sustainable development. That's all I can convey, and if there are any wrong words or action, I apologize.